Hi, welcome to my Tea Time Tuesday. This is your host, Sean Catfish Wilson. And today we're going to do. What's the difference? We've got the rose lemonade, and then we have Lady of the Gray. One's a tea, a black tea to be specific, and one's a herbal infusion. Alrighty. Come on, Cosmo. Come on, Cosmo. Everybody wants to see you, Cosmo. Come on, Cosmo. Come on, Cosmo. I know. Come on, nobody. Come on, nobody. Come on, nobody. Come on, nobody. Cosmo. Come on, Cosmo. Come on, Cosmo. So, first off, the main difference between an herbal infusion and a tea is the reason why I'm doing this is because I've seen some people recently making videos and calling infusion teas, which, okay, that's a pretty common mistake. I used to do the same thing. Go Cosmo. There you go, Cosmo. See if my little buddy will come out with those nuts I just threw on the ground. So anyways, an herbal infusion could be anything besides the leaf of the tea tree. So in order for it to be called a tea, it has to have the leaf from the tea tree in it. So like Earl Grey is a tea, English Dreyfus tea, Darjeeling. Hibiscus is not a tea, it's an infusion. Clover, not a tea, an infusion. Jeff, not a tea, a person. Cosmo. I love you. You're such a pretty bird. Come here, Cosmo. And another major difference between infusions and teas would be the steep time. Come on, Cosmo. I love you. And most teas steep 2 to 3 minutes. I love you. Come on, Cosmo. Oh, I thought he was gonna come here. You silly bird. With infusions, from what I've read, you want to steep them for at least 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, if not longer. Like people that will drink red tea. Red tea is actually an infusion because it doesn't come from the tea tree leaf. There's Cosmo. There's Cosmo. Yeah, is that right, little buddy? Come on, Cosmo. Hello. Cosmo. Well, hey, he finally made an appearance.
Right?
Isn't Cosmo such a pretty bird? Alright, now that my water's ready, we will first I will set the timer for my tea. If I can find where it's at in here. I always have issues. Alright. So we will drop the infusion water in first. A little bit more. Okay, now we will drop the tea water in. I'll start the timer for the tea. And while that's going, we have a shout out board, Gonzo's, Bluminati Ninja, Victoria May the Quiet Listener, Women Carry Knives, Therapeutic Edge, Crossover Paranormal Society, The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla Catching Them Fish, Big Red EDC, Danny Day's Homestead, Big Tiny's Outdoors, Grumpy Grunt, My Bad Adventure, Spirit Brothers UK, Yonin's Edge, Gals Southern Living, The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. They're doing this really cool series called Sasquatch Wednesday. Check it out. The Flysmith, Anyfin, the Sunfish King, which is now Sunny's Farm, MO, Matisfaction, the Squirrel King, Squirrel's Magnet Fishing, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, ODC for EDC, Off the Hook Outdoors, The Laugh Channel, EDCQ, Wild Japan, Hog Deer 79, Chillin' Indiana Carl, Gel Bait and Tackle Outdoors, Lefty EDC, Some Old Man Outdoors, Angling Spiders, True Budget EDC, Knives Fast, Zach Stuff, and Matt's Fishing Mission. Always be on mission. Now we will go over the local businesses in my area. Brothers Coffee, really awesome people. I have some really good coffee. Tea. See, coffee is another one that could technically be considered an infusion, but it's just called coffee. Hug-a-moo, Black Mammoth Tattoo. That's where I get my tattoos at. Or some of them. Well, I got them at Stray Cat Tattoo, but they're no longer around, and a couple of the people that are at Stray Cat work for Black Mammoth, Cody and Robert. K-State Accounting, yeah. And it even has a hashtag. Speak the language. Hashtag speak the language. On the wild side, really awesome folk down there. It's where I get most of my spheres from. Full Circle Diner cocktail. They have some really, really good cocktails. Some really good food, in my opinion. Dismiss. Cosmo, I love you. I saw you come out there, Cosmo. I seen you come out. And Nico's Little Italy, I don't have a sticker from them, but I'm pretty sure if they had one, they would probably give it to me. I haven't asked though, so I don't know if they have one. And now we will go to one of my favorite fishing lines. Not my favorite, but Finn's Fishing. They make some really awesome fishing line, braided fishing line. I do believe they have a monofilament fishing line. Also, I'd have to look on their site, but definitely if you're looking for a good braid, they're a little bit more expensive than like your Power Pro or your Suffix ones that you can get at most places. But they are definitely a really, really good fishing line, and I recommend Finn's. And I also recommend Berkley Fireline, if you can find it, because that's a really good fishing line. I don't have any stickers from them. Unfortunately, a few of these places are no longer around. Hug-a-moo, Hug-a-moo, Hug-a-moo. I haven't heard from the lady for a while, but she seemed pretty cool, and she went around with like a goat and stuff for people to hug. For Veterans Tug, actually, she was like a real pro trying to help veterans out, which is really awesome. Cosmo, I love you. You're such a pretty bird. Yes, you are. Come here, Cosmo. Come on, Cosmo. Oh. Alright, so y'all's got your Cosmo fix now. I'm glad he finally decided to make a show. Just hope he doesn't come and bite the cord. Don't worry, when I'm done with the cord, I keep it in here. Which eventually I'm going to put my fixed blades in there. Need to get my other table glued together because the moisture from the roof leak at my old place kind of messed up a lot of stuff, unfortunately, and some of it was really nice. So as you noticed, I've already taken the tea bag out of the tea, and the herbal infusion, it's still in there. Oh, I need to get a hot pad for this. So Lady Grey, it's kind of like Earl Grey. Still got your bergamot in it, but it also has some orange in it, which makes it slightly sweeter, naturally sweeter than an Earl Grey, but still a really, really good tea. Cosmo, what are you doing, little buddy? What are you doing, little buddy? I love you. Hello. Oh, oh, you're such a pretty bird. Yes, you are. Hobble, 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 hobble. Is that right, Cosmo? Are you a good bird? Hello. Hello. I love my bird. He's awesome. He was being cuddly this morning, which is normal for him. In the mornings, as long as I don't gotta go to work, he doesn't like that, but neither do I. I'd rather stay home and cuddle with my bird or go out fishing. So. Another difference between teas and infusion. Teas are normally like a light green to a kind of dark tannish brown in color. Whereas infusions, they can range from light green. I've seen some that'll, depending on what you put in, is depending on the color sometimes. Like if you add hibiscus, it's gonna be a kind of a light reddish maroon color. Some of them could even be blue, because there's some flowers in there that once you steep them, they kind of have a bluish color to them. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, and they're actually pretty popular. Dandelion, I've actually haven't steeped dandelion tops because I really don't. I don't like the flavor of the dandelion infusions with their leaves or their roots. I've tried it. In fact, I have videos of it. It kind of has that latex milky texture, taste to it that you can kind of taste with your tongue. And it's just, I don't like it. And I'm not a big milk fan either. Though she put lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and like basically make it a chocolate syrup. Okay, not quite that much, but lots of chocolate in my milk if I do drink milk, but I don't too often. And infusions also have a lot more range of flavors than your teas. Most of your teas are going to be kind of earthy and grassy and a little. Some of them have a little slight sweetness to it. Some of them like a English or Irish breakfast tea that have kind of a malty flavor to it, malt flavor to it. Not like a malt for chocolate malt or vanilla malt, but I have kind of that malt flavor to it, which is I really enjoy. And teas have caffeine in it, where an herbal infusion doesn't have any caffeine in it. Most of them don't. I'm sure there's a few that plants that naturally have caffeine that if you do an infusion with, they'll give you a caffeine. You'll get caffeine from them. Come here, Cosmo. No, I'm just waiting for him to kind of curl up on me. Hey, it only took a few of them. He's slowly getting used to the new place, which is really awesome. And another key difference is the aromas. Herbal infusions have a vast variety of aromas. Like this one kind of smells rosy and lemony. Like, I guess rose. I'm assuming like a yellow rose, because I've done a red rose and pink rose before, and it kind of leaves like, they're real similar in color once you steep them. But the roses kind of leave the infusion, like the pink roses will be kind of like a light pink, and then the red rose will be kind of a dark pink. And I'm assuming you can use yellow rose also to make a tea, and that would probably be a light yellow color. And like I said, vastly different flavor between this and this. Vastly different aromas. This is a more earthy aroma. This is a more floral aroma. And like, let's say you go with clover, you'll probably get a more earthy, grassy aroma out of the clover than you would like hibiscus or something with lemon or something with more flowery flowers in it, a flowering plant, which technically clover is a flowering plant, and it's a legume. It's in the legume family, which is pretty cool. I just learned that. So, and the reason why you want to steep an infusion longer is because, let's say for instance, rose hip or nettle, you need to soak them for at least, steep them for at least 15 minutes, because then it's gonna release the most, or start releasing the enough of the beneficial vitamins and minerals and whatnot that's in your specific herb that you're steeping for your herbal infusions. Peppermint, that's another infusion that's really common. Peppermint and spearmint infusions, people call them teas, but it's technically an infusion. And there are some of them that are really similar in taste to what a tea would be. So if you want an herb that's really similar in taste to tea, I would do like a blackberry leaf or strawberry leaf, which would kind of be more like a mild, one of your more mild black teas, depending on how versed you are in different types of teas. I'm pretty decently versed for, I'm probably, in my area, I'm probably one of the better people to ask about the teas. And I know I've got a lot of you on YouTube that are my followers and fans. I appreciate you very much. And like, for instance, Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla, they will say I'm an expert. With all due respect, I'm gonna disagree with being an expert, because there's a lot that I don't know about teas, but there's also a lot that I do know about teas, so I'd say well versed. Let's go with well versed. More than an amateur, anyways. So and most teas are pretty good chilled. A lot of people like iced tea. You can do the same thing with infusions. That would be the similarities between them as you steep them in water. There are some herbs and teas that you want to steep at different temperatures, like for instance a green tea and I can't remember. I think nettle. I think nettle, like your nettles. You want to steep like green teas and nettles around the same temperature, which is not boiling, which is probably around 185, 175 to 185. So that's a similarity between teas and herbs, is they have different steep ranges. White tea I would definitely do at like the lowest temperature, like I think this thing starts at 165. I don't have any white teas because they're kind of expensive, comparative to like a black tea or green tea. And oolongs are in between the price of them, but and I do like oolongs and I do like white teas, the ones that I've tried. So, and oolongs kind of, I would do it the same as a green tea. In my personal opinion, I think you get the better flavors, but so tea, the steep temperature. So the steep temperature between a tea and an infusion. A tea, you're doing it for flavor. An infusion, you're doing it more to get the nutrients out of the specific herb that you're going with. So, let me know in the comments, what are you drinking on this Tea Time Tuesday video? Shooting Guy, he's probably drinking Earl Grey. That's his favorite tea. It's my favorite common tea. I wish I still had the availability to get different types of teas like I did when Ellen's was around, but because then my favorite tea would be black flower, and I'd love to send him some of that if I still had the capability of mass making it, but unfortunately I do not. But someday in the future, hopefully, I should probably check online and stuff, see what I can get, but I was getting really good prices at Ellen's, so it was hard to beat that, and some of these teas are a little bit more expensive. And like I said, there's a variety of teas. There's a variety of herbs that you can do. Lamb's quarter, I don't know if you could make an infusion out of it, but I do know it is an edible plant. So if you can, it would be an herbal infusion. I should look into that because it grows all over. Mullein, you can infuse mullein, make an infusion out of mullein. Alright, well, we got to see Cosmo today. Yay! Peace and long life, my friends.